Let me ask you something. You got your testosterone checked. Your doctor looked at the number, looked at you, and said, "You're fine." But you don't feel fine. You're tired when you shouldn't be. Your drive is nowhere near what it used to be. You're watching your body change in ways you don't love. And yet every doctor you see points at that blood test and says the same thing. Your levels look normal. Here's what they're not telling you. That testosterone number on your results, it might be completely misleading. Because there's a protein, one that most GPs never even mention, that can silently lock away your testosterone and make it completely useless to your body. And if nobody's tested you for it, you have no idea whether your hormones are actually working for you or just sitting there, doing nothing. Stay with me, because what I'm about to walk you through could be the thing that finally explains why you feel the way you do. Today, we'll answer why your testosterone is healthy, but you still feel like shit, and exactly what you can do about it. Let's talk about what testosterone actually is and isn't. Before I explain what's going wrong, you need to understand how testosterone actually works in your body, because most men have a completely wrong picture of it. When testosterone is produced, mainly in your testes, it gets released into your bloodstream. Simple enough. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Not all of that testosterone is usable. Testosterone travels through your blood in 3 different forms. First, bound testosterone. This is testosterone that's attached to proteins in your blood. It's locked up. Your body cannot use it. It might as well not be there. Second, free testosterone. This is the testosterone floating freely in your bloodstream, unattached, available, ready to go. This is what actually enters your cells, drives your energy, your libido, your muscle growth, your fertility. This is the stuff that actually matters. Third, testosterone that's loosely bound to albumin, another protein, which your body can access with a bit of effort. Think of this as mostly available, but not guaranteed. So when your doctor tests your testosterone and gives you a single number, that's your total testosterone. It counts everything, bound, free, loosely bound, all of it lumped together. And that's exactly where the problem starts. And what is that problem? Introducing SHBG. The main protein that binds testosterone, that locks it away and makes it unavailable, is called sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG. Remember that. SHBG is produced in your liver, and its job is essentially to act as a carrier for sex hormones in the blood. Now, in healthy amounts, that's fine, normal, expected. But when SHBG levels get too high, it starts grabbing testosterone that your body actually needs. Here's the analogy I want you to hold on to. Imagine your total testosterone is your monthly salary. Sounds great on paper, decent number, comfortable figure. But SHBG is your landlord, your finance company, and your tax bill all rolled into one. And they take their cut first before you see a single penny. What's left after they're done? That's your free testosterone. That's what you actually get to spend. That's what your body actually gets to use. And here's the brutal part. If SHBG is high, you could have what looks like a perfectly normal total testosterone reading and still be functionally deficient. Your testosterone broke while looking testosterone rich on paper. That is exactly why so many men go to their GP, get told everything's fine, and walk out feeling like they're going insane. Let's do a quick symptom check. Let me read you a list. And I want you to honestly think about how many of these apply to you. Low energy, not just tired, but flat, like the spark is gone. Low libido, sex drive that used to be there and now isn't. Trouble building or keeping muscle, even when you're training. Brain fog, difficulty concentrating, feeling mentally slow. Mood changes, irritability, low motivation, that gray feeling that's hard to describe. And if you're trying to conceive, poor sperm quality, low motility, or unexplained male infertility. These are all classic signs that your free testosterone is too low, even if your total testosterone looks normal. And in a lot of these cases, high SHBG is the reason nobody caught it. Why does SHBG rise? What are the causes? This is important because several of the causes are things you can actually control. Age. As men get older, particularly after 35, SHBG tends to naturally increase. It's one of the reasons men in their 40s can have the same total testosterone as men in their 30s and still feel completely different. More testosterone is being bound up. Less is getting through. High estrogen, yes, men have it too, stimulates the liver to produce more SHBG. Estrogen in men rises when body fat increases, particularly visceral fat around the belly. More fat, more estrogen, more SHBG, less free testosterone. It's a vicious cycle. Liver dysfunction. Since SHBG is made in the liver, anything that stresses the liver, chronic alcohol use, fatty liver disease, certain medications, can push SHBG up. Thyroid issues. Hyperthyroidism, an overactive thyroid, is a well-documented driver of high SHBG. If your thyroid's never been checked alongside your testosterone, that's a conversation to have with your doctor. Low insulin levels or very low-carb diets. Here's one most men never see coming. Very low insulin states, including aggressive keto dieting, can actually raise SHBG. Insulin suppresses SHBG production, so when insulin drops, SHBG can climb. And zinc deficiency. Zinc plays a direct role in regulating SHBG. Low zinc, which is surprisingly common, has been linked to elevated SHBG in multiple studies. Now, here's where this connects directly to your fertility, if that's relevant to you. High SHBG doesn't just affect how you feel day to day. Low free testosterone at the testicular level can directly impair sperm production, motility, morphology, count. Men with high SHBG and low free testosterone often show up in fertility clinics with unexplained poor semen analysis results. The doctors tested testosterone. Nobody tested SHBG. Nobody made the connection. So how do you actually find out if this is your problem? First, you need to ask for the right test. A standard testosterone panel will not tell you this. You need to specifically ask your doctor for SHBG, free testosterone, and albumin, alongside your total testosterone. Only then do you get the full picture. You can't fix what you can't see. Get the data first. Quick pause. Before we continue, here's something worth knowing. If you've been feeling frustrated or even embarrassed about changes in bedroom performance, sensitivity, stamina, or desire, you're not alone. And it's not your fault. There's a 100% natural solution that's already helped thousands of men feel confident and energized again. No pills, no injections, no procedures, no surgery, no risky shortcuts. Just a simple, easy home remedy you can make at home, designed to support what researchers are now calling the manhood molecule, a key factor for arousal, blood flow, and lasting power. Find out more. There's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Check it out. It could be the very thing you've been looking for. Okay, now, let's get back to today's topic. Okay, what can you do about SHBG? Are there any solutions? Here's how to lower SHBG naturally, about what you can actually do about it. And I want to be straight with you. If your SHBG is severely elevated, you need to be working with a doctor. But there are well-evidenced steps you can take right now that have a meaningful impact on SHB levels. Number 1, zinc. Zinc directly inhibits the liver's production of SHBG. Multiple studies have shown that zinc supplementation can bring SHBG down, particularly in men who are deficient. Oysters are the richest natural source. Supplementally, zinc gluconate or zinc picolinate at around 25 to 30 milligrams per day is where the research sits. Number 2, resistance training. Heavy compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench, rows, acutely raise free testosterone and, over time, help modulate SHBG. The mechanism is partly through insulin sensitivity. More muscle mass equals better insulin response equals lower SHBG. This is one of the clearest lifestyle levers you have. Number 3, reduce visceral body fat. I mentioned earlier that excess body fat raises estrogen, which raises SHBG. Losing fat, especially around the midsection, directly reduces estrogen, which reduces SHBG, which frees up more testosterone. It's not glamorous advice, but it works. Number 4, don't go zero carb. If you're on an aggressive low carb or keto diet and you're feeling flat, this might be why. You don't need to load up on carbs, but getting some quality carbohydrates back in, oats, sweet potato, rice, can help bring SHBG down by modestly raising insulin levels. There's a balance here. Don't bin keto entirely, just don't go to the extreme. Number 5, boron. This one often surprises people. Boron is a trace mineral that's shown some of the most interesting data on SHBG reduction. A 2011 study found that 10 milligrams of boron daily for just 1 week significantly decreased SHBG and increased free testosterone in healthy men. It's cheap, it's widely available, and it's underused. Worth stacking with your zinc. Number 6, manage your thyroid and get it tested. If you haven't had a thyroid panel alongside your hormone blood work, ask for one. An overactive thyroid silently driving up your SHBG is a fixable problem, but only if you know about it. What does normal actually look like? You want to know what you're actually looking for on your results. Optimal free testosterone for men sits somewhere between, quote, 15 and 25 picograms per milliliter, though this varies with age. Below 15, that's where symptoms tend to appear. For SHBG, optimal range is roughly 18 to 54 nanomoles per liter. Above that, you're binding up too much testosterone. Below it, you might have other issues. Low SHBG is linked to metabolic syndrome and insulin resistance. The point isn't to obsess over numbers. The point is to get your full picture, not just the single number your doctor's been using to tell you.
We have the results back, and as you can see right here, everything looks great. Keep up the good work.
Because it might not. And now you know where to look. If this video resonated with you, there's a good chance SHBG has never come up in any conversation you've had with a doctor. That's not unusual. It's just not part of the standard script. But now you know the question to ask. You know the test to request. And you know the levers. Diet, training, zinc, boron, body composition that can actually move the needle. If you want to go deeper on this, I've made a full video on how free testosterone affects sperm quality and male fertility specifically. That one goes into morphology, motility, and what to actually look for in a semen analysis. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. I put out videos every week on men's hormonal health, fertility, and performance. No fluff, no filler. Watch the video now on your screen, where I show you the fastest ways to knock yourself out in under 2 minutes, including the military method,
the technique the armed forces actually used to get soldiers and sailors to sleep on demand.